Hello and welcome to Digging the Coast 365. Today we're in Brighton, the home of the most expensive car park I have ever seen in my life. I thought I was getting a good deal when I came here because there's a youth hostel staying there for 2 nights. I thought, yeah, I'll book in there, save some money. But the car parking is going to cost me £50, man. That's absolutely ridiculous. £50 for 2 days parking. But it's the only place to park, so I had to do it. Anyway, we're on Brighton Beach. I've been warned about this place. You've got to wear gloves when you're doing it. It'll be full of druggies, needles and things. I've already seen something incredibly disgusting walking to this spot, which I'm not going to tell you about because you'll probably be sick. Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way. I don't want to be here. I'm only doing this simply for the 365. I do not want to be on this beach. There's a lot of crime around here. I do see a lot of lads eyeing me up, you know, like young foreigners hanging around in groups, eyeing me up when I'm on my phone. So I just got to watch me back. Let's get digging quickly. Signal number 1. Now I don't think that is silver, but it isn't bending. You know, like aluminium bends. It is solid and it has got some markings on it. I cannot think for the life of me what it could be. Any ideas? I don't know, it might be a part of a bike or something. I'm pretty sure it's not silver, although it is heavy and it's marked. I don't know. By the way, I am wearing my gloves, it's just my other hand. I'm only digging with one hand. I don't have it on this because this is what I use the camera with, sort of, or get it out of my pocket. Anyway, just ignore me, carrying on. Check out the disgusting fish. Look at that. Ugh. I just saw a seagull pecking at it. Not good. I thought I'd just found gold and I haven't. Look at that. Nearly gold, but not quite. This is where I am, by the way, if anyone's interested. You've got Brighton Pier there, and just to this side of it. And you've got another pier there, I think that's called the West Pier, which isn't a pier anymore, I think it burnt down. I don't know the history, I didn't check my history on Brighton, sorry. It's pretty grey, pretty miserable today, but it's alright, you know. Oh, what's that seagull eating? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Found some... oh, what is it? It was picking at this, look. Another fish. This is why people don't like seagulls. They're just scavengers. You know, there's fish and chip shops all the way across there. Why don't you just go to a fish and chip shop like everybody else? This is what we don't like about them. Scavengers. It's happened again. Another piece of gold, which is copper. Gutted. Look at that. All I'm getting is copper and molten aluminium, lots of it. Getting close to the pier now though. These are quite amazing, guys. You've got all these. Look at these, this is just a shop display. These aren't for sale. A display of old Singer and Vesta sewing machines. Well, in fact, any make. I found one in Germany, in Berlin. In the woods, my mum used to have one. But look, there's literally hundreds of them. That is fantastic, and it's actually a clothes shop, believe it or not. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of mods and rockers. Most people have heard of them, I'm sure, even in America. I'm sure you've heard of mods and rockers. I don't know, maybe not. Basically, you've got rock. We're going back to the 60s, okay? Early 60s. It all started. You had rockers who listened to rock and roll music, drove my motorbikes and wore leather clothes.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Oh yeah, baby.
And then you had the mods who were more into fashion and music, like The Who, one of my favourite bands, and they drove scooters. People try to put us down just because we get around. Things they do look awful cold. I hope I die before I get old. This is my generation. This is my generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? Where's my scooter? So you had the scooters against the motorbikers, okay? And back in the summer of '64, what they'd do is they'd go on holiday, for example, to Brighton, i.e. here. So you get hundreds of bikers turn up, and then hundreds of mods turn up. They end up fighting, and then everyone hears about it, it's on the news, and then thousands turn up, and they're fighting on these beaches for 2 days, 2 solid days of fighting.
Were you and your friends mods or rockers?
Well, we're mods when we're dressed up, you know. Mods!
What caused all this trouble yesterday?
Boredom.
On whose part?
Well, on both.
What happened?
Well, there was lots of things, you know. They started, you know what rockers are like, don't you?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, they, you know, their motorbikes, they started bashing into the scooters and knocking our motors.
And what else happened?
So we, you know, well, it was their fault as well as ours.
It was so bad that they actually fought all the way to Hastings, where I've come from, which is, I don't know, 15 miles away maybe, and back. So this was a massive, massive subculture fight thing which went on in 1964, and I think it continued into the 70s really. But yeah, so all this violence on this beach, it's quite hard to imagine because it seems quite peaceful today. And if you want to know, the mods won. Okay, I'm buzzing. I found something good. I found something good on the beach. Me, Deep Digger Dan, something on the beach. It's taken 69 days. This is day 69. And I found something good. Take a look at this. Now, I've not looked at it properly myself. You can see as much as I can. Can you see it shining through? Can you see what I can see? Can you see what I can see? It is, it's a mobile phone. It's only a Nokia. Oh, it's battered. A battered Nokia phone. I doubt anything's salvageable on that, but I'll try and get the SIM card out, see if we can find anything out on it. Cool. My first ever mobile phone find is that. Buzzing. I'd better just bring you today's total very quickly, how much money we've raised for Rays of Sunshine so far. Ding dong. I thought I'd try something different. Ding dong, that works as well. Yeah, that's how much we've raised so far. Well done everybody, thanks for donating. Please do click on the links in the description, get donating. I think you've got 6 days left to win a holiday. You can win a holiday for a week in Scotland. All you have to do is follow the following instructions and donate. By the way, I'm open to song requests. All it'll cost you is a £50 donation. Donate £50 to Rays of Sunshine, tell me which song you want, and I'll sing it. As long as I know the words. If I don't, I'll learn them, especially for you. First coin of the day is just a 1p piece. Nothing exciting really. Not as exciting as my mobile phone anyway. I stopped doing near the sea's edge, which I was doing. I found the mobile phone up this part, and I'm doing up here because this is where everyone sits. You know, I don't think the sea actually gets right up. Well, it can't do. So people just sit here and the coins will spill out, I'm sure. Over here you have the West Pier. Now, this was a huge pier. I think it was built in 1860. And it had a concert hall on there, and it was in its peak back in about 1918, 1919, where it would have 2 million visitors per year. Basically, it went into a bit of disrepair. The concert hall disappeared. There was a fun fair put on there, and then they couldn't afford it, so it went bankrupt, and then it just started to decline, and it was derelict pretty much. And then in 2003, I think it was, in March and May, there was 2 fires.
Well, Darren, the West Pier was once regarded as one of the finest structures of its kind around the UK coastline. Over those 137 years, it starred in feature films, it's survived winter storms, it's even survived controversy over those plans to restore it, plans which have now been dealt a serious blow.
Which is why it looks like it does now. It's just a tiny little island still there for everyone to remember. Just had a little coin spill here of 2 coins, a 20 pence and a 1 pence. As you can see, the sea hasn't come up this far. These are just dropped from people sitting here, because it gets wet there, and then up here it's dry. So people sit along here, just looking out at sea, getting. So that's 27 pence, 28 pence I've found today, and a mobile phone. A nice signal here, so let's do a live one. Yep, money. Oh, it's a pound, it's a pound, it's a pound. Look at that. You beauty. Look at that. You know, 49 more of them and I've got my car parking paid for. I thought I'd treat you to a roundup today, just to show you the kind of things I do find on the beach. This is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours detecting. Tin foil, all your melted pieces of aluminium, tons of it, a few pieces of copper, more aluminium, someone's jeans button. I don't know why someone would lose the jeans button on the beach. I've no idea what they could have possibly been up to for that to happen. 4.5 pull tabs, sorry, 6.5. There's your wine bottles for your winos on the beach. Look at the state of that. And then you've got some of your stronger drinks, your whiskies and things, followed by some cider. Corona's very popular today. And that's your anonymous people. Moving on to the money, £1.47. And the phone. Can't complain really. So that's your lot for today. I don't like being on here. I really don't like being on this beach, so I'm not hanging around. So a very short video for you. Hope you don't mind. That's my day done. I'm going to relax now and recover, ready for tomorrow when I get out of this place they call Brighton. Move on to somewhere else. I don't know where I'm staying yet tomorrow night, but it can't be any worse than this, believe me. Thanks for joining. See you next time on Digging the Coast 365.